hit the beach, and we certainly did, for the Spanish round of the World Trials Championship at Tossa de Mar. All the locals wanted this man's signature, but not me. I was down on the sand soaking up some sun. So the trial started from an indoor sports stadium, about a mile away from the beach, which is just perhaps a little bit too far for my liking. There's Dougie talking to Paul Edmondson and John Shirt before the start of the trial. There's Piero Sembonini. And Tommy Avala set off for the day. Here we can see Stephen Colley on the first section, which was in a sort of man-made ditch, about 100 yards from the sports stadium.
It wasn't an easy opener either. There's a lot of marks lost on this one, if you remember.
But not from Colley, who comes through there quite well. Here we can see Angel Garcia.
Yeah, he'll be hoping for a couple of decent results now. The last few rounds he's been plagued with his injury, with his wrist.
Yeah, I think he broke his wrist, didn't he, Woody?
He broke it last year and he's had problems with it this year after a heavy crash in Czechoslovakia, I think. And being in Spain, he'll want to put a good show on in front of all his sponsors.
A good ride there from Garcia.
Yeah, he means business. This is the part where we all like. Mega view.
There's a massive crowd here. Some of them tourists, just interested in what's going on. Some of them there for the trials. All of them soaking up the sun.
Christophe here used to this sort of going. Coming from the south of France, he has many practice areas on the beach. As you can see by that, no problem. Very funny stuff to ride on this. It was very solid, but so grippy it used to draw your bike everywhere in the wrong direction.
And there's Paul Dixon, one of Dougie's minders. Just looks like he's got a bit of sun on the back of his neck. Just checking his watch there. Dougie's obviously very close to the time limit. But a good ride. The Spanish crowd are going mad. A lot of them watching, as you can see in the background, from on boats and pedalos. And there are a lot of English people taking a holiday on board to this resort just to watch the action on the beach. And this man they're watching is Mark Colomb, the young Spanish rider.
Yeah, they'll be rooting for this chap.
Some very technical sections here on the outcrop of rocks on the beach.
So easy to clean, but also the other way, so easy to five. Could soon stack up some marks. Yeah, he'll be hoping for a great result here, as so far this year he hasn't even won a round, and everyone thought he might be the major threat to Geordie's title. Like they're taking a slack one, he won't be impressed.
All the riders very close to the 3-minute time limit today.
Just look at that view.
Camozzi's the man for the job, flying up there on the scope of a clean. The last section of the day, we see Terres back in the sports hall. Fantastic clean.
So, day 2 of Spain, we were going to be in for some hectic action, as the top 3 places were shared by Geordie, Pons and Tommy, all on the same marks. So everybody knew they couldn't afford one mistake. Here we see the day brought brilliant sunshine, loads more people turned out. especially with the two Spanish riders at the top of the table. That man Takumi again. Feet firmly pinned on them footrests. Followed by his teammate, Mark Clone.
This was the last section on the beach. A very technical section where you had to drop down to within inches of the water. And the last climb, which Mark's now lining the bike up for, was underneath a castle. Superb scenery.
Yeah, for the spectators who were there, who knew nothing about trials, they were amazed with this. They couldn't believe what they were seeing.
Here's Diego Bosis right by the water's edge. He's got a very steep drop off now. But he handles it superbly.
Yeah, one false move and you're in the drink.
Diego's really on it there, he's flowing superbly.
Yeah, he's had a lot better year this year, moving to Beda. Just working at it there. He's only got one fair rock step to go up in front now, and he's out the ends cards.
Just look at his face, that says everything. He's got this last step to do. Straight up it, superb ride from Diego Bosis there.
Tommy there doing a lovely pivot turn, and he was having a mega ride today. He was riding contention for the win. And in fact, it went right down to the last section.
He'd been cutting holes in his shirt, would he?
Oh yeah, we called it the John Wayne shirt, that one.
With extra ventilation.
Yeah. We were trying to get him a suntan.
And he held that Fantic flat out, mounting that last step. Brilliant.
Geordie, leg waving as ever. Waving that one, I'd hit the ground a couple of times. And what a lovely place to hold a trial. I mean, how can these riders concentrate with such lovely scenery in the background?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, but we're talking different scenery.
So there we hear Tara's getting the 1 minute left whistle. The length and the way these sections were laid out meant that a lot of riders were getting to that stage. They had to sort of rush the last few hundred yards of the section for fear of getting a 5.
Makes it a lot more exciting though.
Makes the riders plan the section better as well.
Yeah.
No time wasting balancing, which is no good for the spectators, no good for the organisers. As he hooks it up a couple of gears, he's going to hold the gas on full bore and hit the last step. Look at that, superb. Into the indoor section, Piero Sembenini, right on the limit there, nearly fell down the drain. And Diego Bosis, hoping for a different line, but to no avail. Very difficult section.
Surprising how slippy that was as well. I think he's clipped the marker out there. Yeah, and he's trying to get away with it. Because a couple of marks is vital these days. But what can we say? There's that man Geordie taking the safe one for yet another victory.
I am very happy because when I start this competition I am a little bit nervous, no? Because I don't have to win, no? Because I have much different to the Bala, no? But I like to win in my home, near where is Factory Gas, and that is important, no? Also my sponsors, best sponsors, stay here today, and that is important, no?
And now you can win the championship in 1994 very easy, yeah?
I think not so easy, no? I have different points, no? Much better than Nabala, but in every competition I riding very hard with my rivals, and I think that is the most important.